Hey everybody, it's Debbie O'Neill of Cricut Quick Designs and the Let's Learn Cricut Design Space Facebook group. There's a big question going on right now in the Cricut community is how do I find my fonts in Design Space? Cricut has made some recent changes and I'm here to show you how do you do this so that you can get back to crafting happily. Alright, so these changes have come up as a version 7.13 plus. This is for the desktop version of Design Space, and the mobile apps will hopefully catch up to this later, but right now we're talking about desktop app for Cricut Design Space. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off. And the first thing when you're working with a font, you have to have text on your screen. So we're going to come over here and put some text. I'm just going to type in Debbie to make it easy. And up here in your drop down where it says fonts up here, it automatically defaults to the Cricut Sans font. Okay, so that's what has been happening. Now there's a change here, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But typically it was coming up as a Cricut Sans default. Now when you click the drop down, you're going to see a whole different version of what this looks like. So up at the top, on the top line, you'll see Cricut and see how it's highlighted green. If I move it to System, it changes to System. And there's bookmarks, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. Let's go back to Cricut. So when it's a Cricut font, you are going to find anything that is a Cricut, that Cricut's put in here for use. Okay, so there's the Cricut Access subscription. Those include like 700 and something different fonts. That's a lot of fonts. They'll have a little green A next to them. That means they're part of the Access subscription. If it has a price next to it, that means that it is a font that you're able to purchase, and then it becomes part of your Cricut font list that you can use whenever you want. Okay, if it's Cricut Access, it's free if you have the subscription. If you want to purchase a font, that's separate. It becomes yours. Okay, within Design Space. Now the other thing about this is if it is a licensed font, I'm just going to use this one. So this is a licensed font. That means that it is not part of Cricut Access. You don't see the little green A next to this. And right now you don't see a price next to it because it is a font that I purchased. Okay. So if you had not purchased it, you might see a price next to it. Okay. So that is a licensed font. So there's Disney, Pixar, there's a list of certain entities that are licensed. So sometimes that's a question I get asked a lot is how come I'm having to pay for fonts? All right. Now the other thing I want you to notice is on this second line, you can search for a font. So if you know the font name that you want and you're looking at Cricut fonts and you know the name already, you can type in here, hit the little magnifying, and it'll pop it up for you. All right. You can also pick by language. So there's a whole, Cricut is adding a lot of languages with different alphabets to them, fonts to them based on the language. And I'm just picking English because that's what I'm using. And then you're going to notice this word here that says kerned. This is really important, and probably the reason why a lot of you are not finding your fonts is because kerned is automatically defaulted on. Okay, so kerned just means that it displays only fonts with optimal spacing between the letters. So, you know, sometimes with the font, it's got kind of the font, the individual letters are kind of different shapes or different sizes. If it's kerned, it means that it's automatically been spaced out in the system so that when you use those, it's going to look correct. Okay. You're not going to have to move a bunch of letters around and all that. So that's kerned. It automatically defaults in Design Space. So if this little green thing is on, I want you guys to notice this. All right. So I'm under Cricut. I have the kerned is on, and you see that the first one that comes up on my list is it's Agincourt Com. Okay. If I take the kern off, click off, it turns it off. Now the first thing on my list under Cricut is a child's year. Okay, so you'll see how it changes depending upon if you have that kerned on or off. So maybe check that if you can't find a font that you're looking for. The other thing is that you'll notice here that I have Cricut Access subscription, so I've got this. It's got the little green A, so I know it's an Access font. Or you'll notice that I have other fonts here all mixed up, which was a font that I purchased. So it doesn't have the A next to it, and it doesn't have an amount next to it because I already own this one. Okay, so that's kind of the difference there. The other thing is, once you get past Kern, over here is the word filter. So you can filter your fonts. So let's click on that. And there's some drop downs here. So multi-layer means that it would be, you know, like maybe a background and then a top layer on top of that. So there'll be more than one layer. Or there's single layer fonts. There's also writing fonts. So if we click writing, it's going to give us a list of fonts that are great for using with the Cricut pens in your Cricut machine. Okay, so if you're looking for that, you would click writing. If you don't want this on, you can either click on it to get it off, or you can just click clear all. The other thing I want to show you, a lot of people are asking, how do I find the free fonts in Design Space that are already in there for us to use? And that would be clicking the free button, and you're looking under, you have it highlighted on Cricut, and now you have a list of free fonts in Design Space that you can use. Okay, they're not part of the subscription. You can use these anytime you want. So that's how you would find those. If you purchased fonts, you can click on this. Now when you do that, it's not just going to show you the ones that that you've physically purchased. It's also going to show you, if you have Cricut Access subscription, it's going to show, because technically you purchased those for use, you're kind of renting them while you have the subscription. Now the last one I want to show you over here is the word downloads. Okay, people get really confused about this. These are not fonts that you've downloaded to your device. Okay, these are fonts that are ones that you have elected to download to use when you're in offline mode in Design Space. Now that's a whole different ball game, and I have a different video for you guys to watch about that. But this selection here is not because you've downloaded the font from another site. It just means that you're going to use them offline. So that tripped people up too. The other thing that I wanted to show you was, of course, that kern feature affects all of that. So make sure you're checking this. If you're looking for a font and that kerned is on, that may be why you can't find it. Take the kerned off. Okay. Now we're going to move on to system fonts. So here's system fonts, and it'll just give you a list. Now let's talk about what system fonts are. System fonts are fonts that you have downloaded to your device. Okay. However, the thing that people get tripped up on this is it's only available on the one device that you downloaded it to. So I have a PC, and I have a Mac, and I have an iPhone, and I have an iPad, and I use my Cricut with all of those. However, I cannot see all of the system fonts I've downloaded if I only downloaded it on my PC. I would also have to download it on my Mac, and on my iPad, and on my iPhone. That's the one thing I guess asked all the time was, I downloaded this and I used it on my desktop, but now I don't see it in my mobile device. Well, you can't unless you individually go download that font onto your mobile device. Okay, so that's the other thing people get tripped on. Why is it not here? The other thing that you'll notice on the list is some of the system fonts, the text is not populating. Cricut's working on that to figure out why there's some blanks, so don't worry about that. Don't feel like you have to report it. They already are aware of it. And so with system fonts, you'll also notice you can search by name if you know the name of the font, but you can no longer filter. The filtering is only available if you're under Cricut. Okay, so system fonts, there you go. Bookmarks. Let's talk about bookmarks. People are super excited about bookmarks, and guess why? Because you can find your favorite fonts and you can bookmark them or make them your favorites onto a list that you can easily use. So here I'm going to click bookmarks, and you can see I have a short list here of ones that I bookmarked that are my favorites that I use on different projects. Okay, and you'll know that it's bookmarked because they show up here where they have the little green banner. All right, so let's go over here to, I'm going to take this one off. Let's go back over to system, and I know that I have a system font that I use all the time. I know the name of it, so I'm going to type in Lobster 2, do a search. Here it is, and over here you'll notice that there's a little banner, and I just click on that banner and it adds it to my bookmarks. So we're going to go back to bookmarks, and you'll see, let me take it off of where I searched for it. You'll see now it's part of my bookmarks list. Okay, so this is a great way for you to go through. This works with both Cricut fonts and system fonts to add them to your bookmark list. Cricut's done this so that you can quickly access your fonts that you love to use all the time. There's no limit right now for how many you can bookmark. However, Cricut would like us to remember this was created so that it makes a shorter list for you to have to scroll through. So maybe just pick your top 20, maybe. I don't know why you would want even more than 20, but if you have like a top 20, you could bookmark them and easily just come here when you need to grab a font to use. The other thing I want to show you is that next to these, people are asking, why are these arrows on here? The arrows are on here because these are available for you to download. That doesn't mean you're downloading them. You've already downloaded them to your device. This means that you're downloading them to use in the offline feature of Design Space. That's a whole different thing. If you want to know about how to work offline, I've got a separate video that explains all of that. I'll link it up in the description of this video so you can find it and learn how you can work offline when you don't have internet access. You can download some images and some fonts to use while you're in that situation. That's what this little arrow would mean, that I would have downloaded it. So I'm going to click it and just to show you. And once you've downloaded it, it says font downloaded successfully. And it's now not a arrow with a line under it. It becomes a box, okay, with a little check on it. So that way I know that those are downloaded to my system for me to use offline. So to be able to show you guys how to work with the fonts and the systems fonts so that you know why you're not finding some of your fonts. You may need to make sure you've got Kerned unchecked. You need to make sure that you're looking under Cricut and you're looking under System. Okay. Before it used to be one big long list and it was really hard to go through those. So they're trying to add more features. There's more filters for us now. The other thing that people ask me all the time and have added text, and this one's Cricut Sans. I added another text and I changed this to Lobster 2. So this is a system font. How do I know which is a Cricut and which is a system font? When you click on this, you come over to your layers panel and it says text and it'll say Cricut Sans. So you know that that is a Cricut font. Also with a system font, it'll just tell you text and it'll give you the name Lobster 2. Okay, so I know that this is a system font. Now, what happens if you welded some text? How do you find what that is? So I've used that same font, but it's welded now. So when I go to the layers panel, it says weld result, but it doesn't tell me what font it is. How do I find that? I'm going to right click on that, and down at the bottom it says image info, and very faintly in this box next to it, it says selected font Lobster 2. So it tells me right there what the name of that font is. Now Cricut's aware that that's kind of light to see, and they're working on changing that for us so we can read it a little easier. So if you can't see it very good on your screen, just trust me, it's there. The other thing is, so that's if you welded a font. What about if you sliced a font? So I used that same font, I took an oval and I sliced the word out of it. So you can see here. Okay, so I sliced the word, and up here I'm going to go find where my slice result is. There again, it doesn't tell me the name of the font, but if I right click on this down under image info, it'll tell me what shape it was. So there's my Cricut image shape, and underneath that it says selected font Lobster 2. So that's how you're able to find if you welded or you sliced an image, how you're able to do that. One more thing I wanted to show you, because this is something that's been driving everybody crazy. When you go into the text box, before it used to default to Cricut Sans up here. Guess what? It defaults to whatever was the last font that you used. Yay! I know you guys are going to be happy about this because it's something that we all keep asking, because this way it makes it so much easier if you just want to keep using that same font when you're moving between projects or even on the same project. And it's whatever the last font was you used. Remember, I just used Lobster 2. Then it will default when I hit text again, it came up to Lobster 2. So I hope you guys find that as useful as I do. Well, I hope you found this helpful, and it's going to get you loving using the font features that Cricut's coming out with, and it makes your life a little easier. We'd love for you to come join us over in our Let's Learn Cricut Design Space Facebook group if you're not already a member. It's a great place for you to come ask questions when you can't figure out what's going on in Design Space. Plus, we love to inspire each other with our Cricut crafts. And please be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I will have more videos coming out about all the various things going on in Design Space, and you're going to want to stay on top of that when you're crafting. Now, I also do a lot of tutorial videos about how to make craft projects, so there's a lot of that on my YouTube channel as well. So I'd love to have you there. Be sure and subscribe. If you hit the bell icon when you subscribe, it will allow you to get notification every time I put out a new video there. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this, and happy crafting.